We've all been there. You need to replace an outlet or a switch, but you have no idea which breaker controls it. Is that it? It's frustrating and it takes forever. And if you're home alone, it might even be almost impossible. But today, I'm going to see if this inexpensive generic circuit breaker finder can help us solve that problem. Now, I didn't buy the most expensive model on the shelf. I want to see if a budget-friendly tool like this can keep me from running up and down the stairs a dozen times. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. I'll walk you through the quirks of a cheaper unit, and we'll see if we can find the breaker on the first try. Let's get to work. Step one is simple. We turn on the transmitter unit and we plug it into the outlet that we're wanting to test. You see these lights? The green light indicates that the outlet has power and it is working. So it's important to note that these tools do not work if the outlet is not working. And you would need a tone tracer for that. But for today we have power, so the signal is being sent through the wires right now. Now we're out here at the circuit breaker panel with the wand or the receiver. And what we want to do is we're going to turn the receiver on. Now here's the secret to these budget finders. You can't just go looking for the circuit breaker right off the bat. You need to calibrate the instrument first. If we want to go down through the panel, ignoring any beeps that we hear as we calibrate the device, it's just learning which signals to ignore on the first pass. And you probably will hear some beeps. Now that we're calibrated, we'll go down through the circuits again, and it should give us the proper circuit breaker that's associated that one's kind of beeping in and out. That's associated with the outlet inside. All right, that's solid and beeping on 19. Let's come down one more time just to confirm. So we're getting a little bit of beep on 17, solid on 19, nothing on 21. So 19. If we turn that circuit breaker off, I believe we do have the right breaker at 19. Now let's go inside and we'll confirm that we do have the proper breaker. Now as we come back into the room where our outlet is located, we see we have a flashing green light. And that is indicating that the outlet no longer has power. So we did select the right breaker on the first try. Before we start working on this outlet, it's always good to not trust this 100%. We're actually just going to verify that there is no power to this outlet. So we'll remove the transmitter, and I just have a simple circuit tester with a neon light here that illuminates if there's power to the outlet. So we'll plug that into the socket, and it is verified that we do not have power to this outlet. So now we can actually go ahead and work on it, and we can be confident that the outlet does not have any electricity coming to it. I also wanted to show you another additional feature that this unit has. We can hold this top button and go to the NCV setting where it reads NCV, and we can check the circuit voltage just by holding the tip of the wand up to the outlet. And if there is power to that outlet, it'll beep and let us know that there is power. So that's another way to test your outlets. So I'll go out, I'll turn that breaker back on, and then we'll run this NCV test again, and we'll see what we get. Back at the outlet, test it again. Solid green light. We'll use our little tester just to confirm. Got the neon light there. And then we'll use the wand with the NCV. So you can hear that beep letting us know that the outlet does have power to it. Another bonus feature that this tool has on the transmitter, if you plug it into a GFI outlet, you can test your GFIs. And we'll hit the test button. And it pops the GFI and then it tells you that it passed. So we can reset the GFI, test it again, and it's correct. So that GFI works. So is a budget circuit breaker tester worth the cash, or should you have just shelled out the money and bought the name brand professional version? Well, here's the honest truth. The cons, it does feel a little bit plasticky, and if you skip the calibration step that I showed you, it will give you false readings. But the pros, it costs about half the price of the professional models. It saved me the 10 or 12 trips up and down the stairs, and I didn't have to holler through the house to try to get the job done. If you're a professional electrician doing this every day, I'd say no, go buy the high-end gear. It'll pay for itself within a few jobs. But for us DIYers who only need to find a breaker a few times a year, this thing's an absolute win. It does the job, it keeps you safe, and it leaves money in your pocket for your next project. If this video saved you a headache today, do me a favor and hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. And now that you've found the breaker and killed the power safely, you're ready to do the work. Check out this video over here where I show you how to install wired smoke detectors. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next project.